I suppose with all the 80s and 90s nostalgia floating around out there right now, it was just a matter of time before we got a new cinematic adaptation of Masters of the Universe. When I first heard about this one, though, I have to admit, I was kind of surprised anyone would attempt such a cheesy franchise out there when people seem to be getting tired of CGI blockbusters. I'm gonna be honest, it sounded like a terrible idea. Then the trailers came out, and I kind of turned around on it a little. It just seemed like it was going to be a really fun time, and it was actually a little better than I expected. Maybe because I was going in with pretty low expectations. Kind of reminded me of the Sonic films in a way, how it takes a concept that really shouldn't work in live action and makes it just believable enough that you accept it enough to have a good time. It also works because it doesn't try to take itself seriously. A lot of the humor comes from the film recognizing the ridiculousness of the concept and pointing it out, but in a way that feels natural and not too forced. There were a few jokes, of course, that didn't land for me, but most of them did, and I was glad of that. And one thing that did really work for me here was Skeletor. He was definitely one of my favorite aspects of the movie. I don't care what anyone says about Jared Leto. He was a great choice for this version of the character. There's a lot of fun poked with him and with the way he plays him, but it's all done with a good balance that doesn't prevent him from being formidable and a little bit scary when he needs to be. It's a good balance, and I think you needed an actor like Jared Leto to play this sort of character, and I'm glad they got him. Also, too, while Earth doesn't feature a whole lot in the film, we start on Eternia and get back to it pretty quickly. When it is on Earth, though, there is some pretty kind of surprising satire on current culture that I got a few chuckles out of. The rest of the cast, they're all good. They know what kind of movie they're in, and they play the script accordingly. All in all, I'd say this is a movie that, if done wrong, it could have been a complete disjointed disaster. But I think the balance is kept just right so as to make it just enjoyable enough. Having said that, though, it's not going to be for everyone. If you're looking for a film to provide deep, thought-provoking lessons or tug at your heartstrings and drive Kleenex sales up, this ain't it. But if you grew up with the franchise, or you're looking for something fun to take the kids to, well, I'd say this is a pretty good option to consider. Yeah, it's essentially a big toy movie and isn't going to win any awards, probably, although some of the special effects were pretty good. And the makeup on Skeletor was, fantastic. But, I don't think there's any reason to throw it out the window. That's all I got. I mean, what else can I say, really? I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.